Hey guys, so I decided to throw together a little tutorial on how to make menstrual pads, a video tutorial, because it can be kind of confusing, especially if you're not a big sewing person. You might not. It was confusing for me whenever I first found the tutorial because I wasn't quite sure how they were putting that together for the pattern that I used to make these. So this is just how to put it together. I'm not going to sew during it because that would take way too much time and effort. So I'm going to use pins, and hopefully I don't run out of pins. Anyway, here's your base. And you can use any kind of thick material. I used thick, thick cloth diapers for some, and then this material for others, which this is a changing cloth. So you use this. And then you have your padding, which is terry cloth, and you sew, which I'm going to use pins, sew together the terry cloth and your base. And you're going to want to use a really thick stitch for this because you don't want it to move at all. There we go. So it's going to look something like this, only sewn. And then you have the piece of cloth that looks like your base, only this is a thinner, more comfortable cloth. This is something that's going to be against your sensitive bits, so you want it to be soft. Softer than disposable pads, which is the main draw of cloth pads. So you're going to put that together. And then you also have two of these pieces, which is just the half. And you're going to want to hem them just like that, just fold it over, and then you can just do a simple running stitch if you're doing it by hand, or just a simple regular stitch on if you're lucky enough to have a sewing machine that isn't from the 60s like me. So you just do that on both of them. Don't move. And I think I might actually have enough pins for this. Awesome. And hopefully this will show up on my camera because I'm using my webcam, and hopefully it's not too horrible. Okay, so you have your base, and you haven't sewn the base to the other material yet. You just laid it on top, and then you take the hemmed part. You're going to take one hemmed part, and the hemmed part is going to be on the outside, and you just place it like this on top. So you have one hemmed one, and the hem is on the outside, and this is your soft material. And then you take the other hemmed part and you place it on the other side with the hem out. See, like this. See, there's your layers. And then you put this one on top. And then you're going to want to sew all the way around. Let's see if I can use pins for this. I think this should work. You sew all the way around, and then at this point you will turn. Wait, I don't have enough pins. Just say have to sew or pin this part as well. I'll use this one. Okay. So you sew it all the way around, and then you're going to turn it inside out. And of course this will look better when it's actually sewn, when it's not just pinned together. But you're going to turn it inside out so that the wing part is on the other side. See, you can see through. This is your base, the other side of your base. So it's on the bottom now, and this is the top, the part that's going to be against your gentle bits, and here are the wings. So on this side you'll have this part, and you'll see the hem will be on the inside, so you won't see the ugly part of the hem. And then you're going to want to sew all the way around, just a simple running stitch or whatever. And this will be like a little cubby hole for extra padding on your really heavy days. And that's pretty much it. I kind of have a half finished one right here that I was working on. I'm just doing the sewing around the edges, and you can kind of tell what it's going to be, at least on this side, whenever I turn it inside out, or outside in, or outside out? Yes, outside out. See, it'll look like this, and then you have to do the running stitch, so it will be cleaner. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and I hope this was more together and more informative than the picture version might have been, and everybody knows what to do. It is a lot of work. I've only done 2 so far. I'm on my 3rd, and because I'm sewing all this by hand, and it is a lot of work, I'm gonna be honest. And you don't want to just have one pad, because you're going to be washing it every day of your period. I'm trying to have enough pads for every day of my period, so I don't have to worry about it too much. I can just rinse it and be done. So I know it's a lot of work. You can buy these on Etsy, or a lot of other places. Luna Pads has some pads. You can buy them. You can get other people to make them for you if you really want to. I would totally do that if I wanted to sew that much. Hopefully everybody can have them, because I really, really love them, and I just like the idea of not having disposable pads, because they're itchy and they're uncomfortable. They have horrible chemicals that might kill you, and kind of being a hyperbole right there. But anyway, and you know, it's good for the environment. So I hope this helped people. Thank you for listening to this 7-minute long video.